currently serving over 30 years in federal prison. This episode focuses strictly on the music, specifically 12 Play and its impact on 1990s R&B.
Edit the clip, which is it's from the 12 Play stuff, but as it is, we just want to really focus on, as always, it's such an important album, especially as a New Jack Swing album, that we wanted to make sure that we don't leave any stones untouched. I guess in light of some new revelations that came out this week, it was important just to reiterate that we're focused on the music and we're not bringing up any campaign and stuff like that. That said, how are you guys all doing this fine day? I mean, VJ, how's it been?
Good. I've been in Birmingham for a few days. Just got back this afternoon with my in-laws, my mother-in-law side of the family. So my wife's side of the family, just there for a few days. And I've been looking forward to this podcast because I think this, from a musical point of view, it deserves to be talked about.
Okay. Cathy, how you doing? Music tips and reviews, clean music lover. What's up? Yes. Stevie, how about you?
Very good, sir. Very, very good, folks. How you doing? Good evening, all. Hope you're looking forward to this podcast this evening. Great album from 1992. I've just been out and about as usual. Boots on the ground, looking for vinyl. Lots of vinyl search videos on my channel. Shameless plug. Go and watch them after this. So, looking forward to tonight's podcast.
Okay, goodness, Lacey, what's up? Mac, as always, teacher's pet. J-Hud, welcome. Knight, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I won't spend too much time on it, but the Friday before last, saw the second stop of the New Edition Way tour featuring Boyz II Men and Tony Braxton. And I think Las Vegas got a special treat because during End of the Road, all of a sudden, when like Bass's a moment came on, you heard "Baby," blah, 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 and he's rising up from the stage and he walks over. It's all four of them. Man, it was nuts. So great show. And seeing Diana Ross on Saturday for Valentine's Day. So, I'm just living in the spot to where, you can see all these greats before it's too late. And that's totally fine. And if I'm being premature, also, I know we're going to bring him on in a second, but also excited to have a good friend of mine named Keith on the show, because I know he's a big fan of R. Kelly in general, and he just wanted to share a few thoughts. So we made space for him. But anyway, I'm doing great. Hopefully you'll share how you're doing.
Yes, but just want to say hello to Robert. How you doing, Robert? Derek out of Minneapolis. How you doing? ABC D'Angelo, welcome. G2, okay. I don't know how to pronounce this, but baseline. Jez, okay, Jez. Sorry about that, Jez. I know you've always been around. Jez, welcome as well. Yes, so it was my birthday on Tuesday, and yes, and one of the so and then I had a few friends over on Saturday, and one of my friends brought me this book, which you may not be able to see, but it doesn't.
Pull it against your shirt. That'll work.
Yeah, that seems to work. Yeah, it's called 90s Vibe.
About see, but the mic's in. That's it.
Yeah, it's called That 90s Vibe, and the stories behind the songs from the last great decade of R&B. And so it goes through some of the songs from On Bended Knees to Jodeci to Shy and all that stuff. So, it's one of the things where, okay, if I'm Tender Kisses, so if I'm ever interviewing when I interview again, I can just look through and speak and go through that. So, but yeah, so it's definitely been good. And somebody got me a white Chicago Bears hat as well. And I thought I'll bring that out as well. A man, the Hawk, he keeps changing it, but how you doing? Thanks for that. Dio, welcome as well. So yes, so that's been the week, and then I think just Teddy's dropping his memoirs on Tuesday, so he's doing a lot of promotional tours, and so getting him on the show, he's doing Ricky Smiley and doing big TV shows. So you almost have to wait until some of those things die down before he might grace halftime chat after almost 6 years in the making. So we'll see. But thanks for that, for the birthday wishes and everything. So what we're gonna
Come
do
on, folks.
is
Come on. What? 1, 2, 3 here. Happy birthday to Namdi.
Let's do it.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday,
Happy
dear
birthday,
Namdi.
dear Namdi.
Happy birthday
to you.
I like the fact that everyone sings off key and we're supposed to be a music show. So okay.
Go out of sync.
So out of sync, it was just all over the place. But anyway, so before we're going to talk about thanks guys for the birthday wishes. We're going to be talking about Born into the 90s, which was R. Kelly and Public Announcement. Before we get into our list, our top 10, Andrew has a friend who he will introduce and talk, and he's going to just share a few things about that, and then we go into our chart. So I'm going to invite him in, Keith.
Sorry. Am I there? Am I in?
You're in.
Oh,
hey.
He was in, then he came out, but I'll bring him back in.
I'm right here. I'm not touching anything.
All right, cool.
Uh-oh.
It should work now.
All right. I'm not touching anything. Hands free.
All right, there you go. What up, Keith? Yeah, so I just wanted to bring in a friend of mine who I've been knowing since, like 2000, maybe 7, 8, or 9. New Jack Spring Boss together. But I'm not going to say too much. Let you introduce yourself, and then we'll get into Kelly just before we get into the countdown.
Okay. Just a quick background about myself. As far as the music industry, I worked for Bad Boy in their marketing department for a few years. And then also I worked for ASCAP, if you're familiar with ASCAP. I was there for about 5 years, handling anything royalty, copyright, publishing. If you ever need any questions answered for that, I'm your guy. You need to bring me on to answer any of those questions. I'm your guy again. And currently I am the president of talent relations for mergetv.com. It's a digital TV network. And there's some cool things we got going on there. And I'll be hosting my own show called The Groove Theory pretty soon. So I've kind of done a little bit of everything in the music business, and I just love music.
Cool. So, ultimately, I think the 5 of us obviously are very familiar with Born in the 90s and have opinions on it. And I know that, when my man Vij had posted in the group about submitting in your lists, you had just raised your hand and said, "Oh, I've got to be on this show." So
yeah,
I figured, hey, this is a community, and this is interactive. So I figured, hey, if you have something to say, you should just say it. So maybe you can kick us off. And again, I don't want to take over hosting duties, but you can kick us off with your thoughts, or we should just go in order. You know what? I'm gonna hand the microphone back to Namdi, man. You do your thing, man. Just let us talk organically about this album before we get into the countdown. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, go, Keith. Because this is be good just to give us your thoughts and stuff before we go into our countdown.
Okay, just my quick thoughts. I believe this was a great introductory album for R. Kelly, and a little bit background about it is, even though the album's called R. Kelly Public Announcement, that's actually MGM's background on the album, if everyone should know that. But I won't go into details what happened with that. The Public Announcement came in, and that's politics within the labels. I will say.
Oh, wait. You can just give us a little overview. Some people might not know. So, and people have heard of it. MGM.
And it's important. It's important that people know that This is R. Kelly and MGM on vocals. They need to
Correct.
know. That's only fair.
Correct. Okay. So R. Kelly started off with a group called R. Kelly and MGM, and they won a contest on Big Break. The host was Natalie Cole. They won like $100,000. Now, R. Kelly, we all know, was the brains behind the songs, writing and producing. And the other three guys basically say, oh, let's split it evenly. R. Kelly was like, I don't know about that. So there was some friction within the group since R. Kelly didn't want to split everything 4 ways. Jive was like, we're putting you out as a group. You do what you got to do. So in short, just to keep it short, R. Kelly saw a group called Public Announcement who was like tearing up the Chicago talent scene. And he just happened to randomly meet them at a talent show. And they went in the bathroom, sung and danced for R. Kelly. And R. Kelly was like, okay, you guys meet me such and such Monday. And they were all from there, but the album was already complete. So back in those days, they recorded on tape. So who's going to re-record an album and spend all that money? No one's going to know, right? So the live performances, Public Announcement did do the backgrounds, but on the album, nothing. So from an ASCAP position, or even a mechanical royalties position to selling the albums, as Public Announcement did not get any credit for that album.
Wow, goodness. Okay, Vijay, you want to say something?
I was going to ask Keith a question because, Keith, you shared something interesting with me. You were saying that you were on tour with R. Kelly for quite a few tours. So can you?
No. One of my friends was Andre Borkins. He is original member of R. Kelly and Public Announcement, and they are releasing a documentary discussing how everything came about. And they are giving a disclaimer as well. So it possibly would be good for you guys to probably have him on here one day or interview him and his group, because they just released a new single. They're going by Anthem, aka Public Announcement.
Okay. So you're giving us that history. So what else about the album and how they opened? But how did they actually? So the MGM never came out and says we're on the record, or were they silent stuff?
I mean, a few of them in the YouTube era have came out and said something, but by the time that happened, R. Kelly's huge.
Has moved on, yeah.
Who's really, paying attention to that? And then the other group that became Public Announcement, they weren't a part of that, so they kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Okay.
And I had one other thing you'd said, I don't want to, like, as you Namdi, you shared at the beginning, you said this particular podcast is about the music.
Yeah.
You shared something so important, and I know a lot of people say that they don't want to listen to R. Kelly music. They've got their reasons. I get it. But then somebody said words to the effect of they're going to stop listening to R. Kelly's music, but they're still going to listen to music that he's produced. And your response was perfect. You were talking about selective outrage.
Yes.
Okay, so you can stop listening to R. Kelly's music, but you're not going to listen to music that he's produced. You're going to continue listening to that. So how does that?
Right.
And I thought that was a very interesting point. If you're going to stop something, stop it. Or
I think you should be all in or all out, not on the fence. That's just the way it is. And you can't really get away from an R. Kelly record, to be honest. I've been to countless concerts when I used to go to the clubs back in the day or whatever. His songs just still ring off. They still ring off and they get cheers during like a DJ set for a concert. I've seen DJ Cool when he DJ'd for New Edition's Culture Tour. He prefaced with "Don't beat me up for this one," and then he played the song, and then all the ladies start singing. So I guess it depends on the market, but all the markets I've been in, they're still playing his music and loving it.
I was just gonna say, because me and Vij were at the Miami Legacy tour, and I think Your Body's Calling came on, and he had to switch
Yeah.
that quick, so they were not feeling it, and it was like a DJ set.
It was an interesting moment, that, man. I was like, what is going on?
But
Yeah.
but I definitely want to, but we want to keep it, strictly to the music, as we said, and keep it to the Born in the '90s album. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess because I know we've got to get into the countdown, but like typically what we do is talk about initial kind of thoughts about Born in the '90s, and I guess what I'll do is lead by example and be very unpopular here. I was not a fan of Born in the '90s or R. Kelly. As a matter of fact, the first R. Kelly song I actually liked was probably Your Body's Calling in '94. I saw R. Kelly as being the beginning of what I call the Attack of the Clones era, or like the post New Jack Swing era, where basically it wasn't just like Boyzman and Jodeci, it was like Shy, Silk, UNV, Portrait, blah, blah, blah. And my big beef with R. Kelly was like, we sound like Guy, or singing like Aaron Hall. So basically, this was my first time actually hearing the whole album. And unfortunately for me, I'm
let
keeping it real, guys.
Let me jump in one thing. I totally agree with you. Definitely an Aaron Hall clone.
Yes.
But if you listen to Born in the '90s and his first 3 or 4 albums, you show his vocal performance changes.
It does.
It switches.
100%.
It switches. So I think he knew this, and
no, he was basically the way Vibe magazine described LL Cool J was LL was Run DMC rolled up into one person, and I would say R. Kelly was Guy rolled up into one person. So basically it's the same thing. And if you can be more efficient, you're gonna basically make the other group irrelevant. So that's what R. Kelly did, and then he did evolve.
Listen to Aaron Hall's "Don't Be Afraid," the slow remix. I forget what his name, and then listen to the remix of "Your Body's Calling." Same song.
But anyhow, that was my initial thought. But we should go around the circle, and then we can get into the countdown. So who's next?
Go ahead, Vic.
Interesting thing about this album, and I just realized this week. So Dedicated wasn't on the original album. There was a different version of For You on the demo tape for this album. And that a different version ended up on the 12 play album. But Dedicated was a last minute addition. So I found that fascinating. I did not know that. I thought that was cool. So for anybody that didn't know that, interesting information.
Yeah, I think there's a part of this album that reminded me of Diary of a Madman, because that's, it's that album finishes with Jodeci doing New Jack Swing. Anyone that caught Jodeci later on would never associate themselves with the upbeat track My Phone and those tracks with the Jodeci. They fell in love with Diary of a Madman and Forever My Lady and stuff. And I think those people who caught on to R. Kelly probably during 12 play and on Ignition and all that would not really realize that he came out as a New Jack Swing artist. Doing, I mean, I think there were probably 5 songs that would pretty much I couldn't split. I almost had to flip a coin because they were equally really good, equally very similar but different. And so it almost seems like 2 different versions of an artist that we didn't see. And yes, I'm sure he started off thinking, okay, Teddy, Guy, that they were the ones on fire. That's the lane I need to come out with. Same with Jodeci, New Jack Swing. Yeah, we come out with this. And I think it took them to reflect. And probably when Teddy left Guy, and guys was just stalled, it's almost like, oh, well, everyone started to find their lane now. That doesn't seem to work. And maybe R. Kelly saw some of those slow jams doing better than the up-tempo ones. And same thing with Jodeci. And they all decided, let's just move in a different direction. And that's probably when we saw the emergence of their talent and stuff.
You know what I was saying? I think the whole faster tempo thing is what kind of hurt the movement in general, and people figured it out. Like, I do think there's a trend when you listen to like Humping Around, that tempo versus Don't Be Cruel to My Prerogative. This whole faster thing was just not it. So by 94, 95, hip hop soul had a much slower tempo. I Want to Be Down. Even like
I'm so into you.
yeah, right. But whereas in that little 92, 93 kind of era, it was like all this like da, 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 da. And I'm just like, no, people aren't really feeling that. Even like I consider She's Playing Hard to Get by High Five like the last proper, like, to me, like that was like a last for, I do consider there's post New Jack era and New Jack era. And post New Jack is that transition, the bridge. And that was the last of the straight up New Jacks, like the High Five, the Bobby Brown, Tony, and then Tony they just left. They went a completely different lane and started kind of almost like more alternative R&B type thing, soul. But anyway, I just think that whole fast tempo thing, there is a market for it. But I think this album was very much like that fast stuff, and I think the battles where it's at. Jodeci, same thing, fast stuff. No one gave a F about that, like not really commercially. And then they went ballad, and then they went ballad or slower. So it's slower is the way. Fast is like too fast is just, I don't know, dance floor maybe, but that's about it.
I kind of like doing the Running Man though, man.
It was too fast for even the Running Man. It was too fast. I mean, vibe, you have to be straight up like it's just like, but every little step is like da 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 da. It's there is a difference. You can't put any groove into the moves anymore. It's very mechanical when it's just ga 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 ga. I'm talking too damn much. Keith, go.
No, I feel both of you, and I agree. I will say that most of this album was a copy and paste album from the up-tempo tracks, as we're discussing, of trying to capture that New Jack sound. And like when he released She's Got That Vibe, I remember my cousin playing it in the car, and I was like, what is that? And I liked it, but it didn't make me want to go out and get his album. And then when the second single came, Honey Love, I was in.
Exactly.
I bought in. I was like, oh, okay. And to your point earlier, as you can see, the single releases was nothing but slow jams after that. So I think during this time, R. Kelly was like, oh, I found my sound. I need to stick with this. And if it were me, only regret as an A&R I would have is we could have squeezed one or two more slow jams on that album. Because those songs stick out, as opposed to the fast tracks kind of, they're dated.
Yeah. Wow. Definitely thanks, Keith. I mean, I guess what somebody, the pre-music lover, said that the album was supposed to come out in 1990. Do you think that was the case, or do you think it came out when was it a delay because of the situation with MGM?
I think it was supposed to come out 1991, because I want to say the big break was 1990. Because if you go and listen to the big break, they did like 3 songs on there. I think it's Definition of a Hottie. They had a totally complete different song on the big break, and they used that verse on Definition of a Hottie. So I'm just going by the timeline of big break. So I'm thinking maybe 91. But as you know, it was, I think Vibe came out like late 91, and then the album dropped like 92. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, January 92. Do you think that would have made a difference if MGM Apeway knew that, look, okay, R. Kelly, you did all the work, we'll just roll with you and not go for the split? Would it have made any difference with them not being dropped like
it would have made a big difference. And in the business that I've been in, that's one of the pitfalls of fallouts with groups is money. You can't imagine how many calls I've received asking me to change their shares in on a song. I can't do it without legal paperwork. And a lot of us get caught up on the show and all of this when you should be worrying about your credit, because your songwriting credit is the copyright lasts all your life plus 70 years after your life. So, but I rather have a piece of 100% than 0% and never get on. Like,
Yeah, do you think they could have? I mean, but I was wondering though, did they perform better with MGM when R. Kelly's with MGM, or do you think Public Announcement had the look that just helped launch his career?
wow, that's kind of hard to say, because YouTube has R. Kelly and MGM live at a theater in Chicago, and of course the Big Break stuff. And then you look at the Apollo with Public Announcement, and I actually saw them live in 1992. They sung Vibe 3 times because they didn't have enough song to sing. So I think it was just a copy. Either one would have been fine. Personally, MGM stands for Musical Gifted Men, but I like Public Announcement name better. It's kind of like Here We Are, like as I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
Then why did whose idea was it to say, okay, you're just going to go solo for 12 play, you don't need anybody?
Speaking with my friend Dre, original member, the plan was we come out as a group, and then R. Kelly was going to produce them.
Oh.
But R. Kelly blew up so quickly, and he was doing so many things. And as you know, 12 play wasn't far behind this album in '93. He didn't really have time, So R. Kelly blew up so fast. And I know this is not born in the '90s, but I went to the very necessary 12 play tour in Nashville. And by the time it got to Nashville, Salt and Pepper was opening for R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I was going to say, I know we got to do the countdown, but I was going to say, if people haven't seen the MGM concert video from 1990, there's a different version of Definition of a Hottie. You need to hear that, man. I Know What You Need. Oh my God, Dedicated. And then what was that one? Doing It in the Park. It's very good. And there are alternatives. Go on.
And they have a music video for Why You Want to Play Me. So you could compare, go watch the video as well. And it's like a knockoff Bobby Brown.
Why You Want to Play Me was so good. On Tab Dash, I think somebody mentioned Tab Dash Records as well. They were on Tab Dash. What a great song that was. That was the introduction to R. Kelly and his sound. So very nice.
Wow. Okay. Well, definitely, Keith, we appreciate you for dropping some of that knowledge and behind the scenes stuff. And we'll definitely look out for, I'm sure we'll connect with Andrew and Reed about getting your friend from Public Announcement as they relaunch and rebrand themselves and share their side of the story.
And rest in peace. One of the members passed away a few months ago. So the 3 original members, there's only 2 alive right now. Rick Webster and Dre Borkins.
Okay. Yes. I think I saw that. Wow. Definitely, Keith. It's been great to get this background stuff. As I said, we're focused on the music. This was definitely an interesting track album, and Keith's list would be VJ at the end when he does his what Keith has put in.
I promise
it would be in there.
Hey, all you guys, I think I follow everyone. Please come follow me, KL the King, on IG. KLTHA King. I've been following you guys for a while, so thank you.
Thanks a lot, Keith.
Lovely to see you, man. Peace.
All right, bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay,
right.
Stevie. Oh, sorry. What happened here? Okay, I think we just put everything back in order. Stevie, have you? Okay, are you all set, Stevie? Can you hear us?
I can. But I think I've got a massive connection to you this evening because you guys keep dropping out.
Oh, well, you're back now.
Yeah, barely heard what what was it Keith was saying? It's just dropping in and out, and yeah, so I'll try to reboot and everything. Apologies, guys, about that. Sorry about that.
No problem. No problem. Okay, so we're going through our top 10. We're going to rank our favorite top 10s. I don't know if you guys, if Stevie or Vijay, if you guys listen to Talk Sports, and they have something called Birthday Spread. And every week for the last 5 years, they keep going through the rules of this competition they do. But it's for somebody who's just joining us for the first time, trying to see what are you guys doing. We've listened to the album. We're ranking our favorite songs from the album from 10 down to 1. So, and then we'll start off at 10 and get to 1. So if you've listened to the album, you can put it in the comments because everyone watches and sees what it is. And then, we'll reveal our number 1 song at the end. So I'll start it off and I'll go from V to Stevie, then Andrew, and back to myself. So number 10 for me was probably the song that the 11, just want to find out, were there 11 songs on your albums or you just, okay. So I'm just going to do my top 10. And so number 10 for me was Born into the 90s. It was nice, but it was just like it was there for me. It's also the sample. I just thought it was just an okay stuff. So number 10 for me was Born into the 90s. And I don't know who sang the background, but that was my number 10. Wow, Max, she's loving me. Feed, what about you?
Number 10 for me is Hanging Out. It was a B-side on the dedicated cassette single.
That's just hanging out.
That's all I have to say about number 10. I have nothing else to add about that.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Okay. Stevie.
Because I've not even said anything about the album, not even had to say. These are my memories. On the same weekend, on the same Saturday, these 2 albums came out in the import shop, and I had to make a choice because I only had £20.
Who's the other one? I can see. Who's the other group?
By All Means, it was their 3rd album. They'd moved from Island Records to Motown, and this had come out, the debut album. I had £20. These were £15.99 each. And I remember saying to Chris in Expansion Record, "What's the R. Kelly album like?" And he went, "It's the best album Guy have never made. It's the best New Jack Swing album Guy have never made." I said, "What's By All Means like? By All Means album like?" I said, "It's the best album they've made." And I'm like, "Which one should I buy then?" I said, "Well, I think you should buy this one, Steve, because you're in a New Jack Swing. You get not going to go wrong." So I had to buy this and leave this and subsequently get this weeks later. But I'll just never forget that. But anyway, my number 11, I might as well say my number 11 would have been Hey Love with Mr. Lee, which didn't make my top 10. So my number 10 is Definition of a Hottie.
Oh.
Now with the old rapping in there. Good track. I mean, there's no bad tracks on this album for me. It's a great album, but I had to put these somewhere, dinner. So Definition of a Hottie. Can go at number 10 for me. Why not?
Okay. Andrew, what about you?
All right. So I'm not even gonna hold back, man. I told Vij this, and I'll tell you guys. So again, for some reason, this album just did not resonate with me. So until we get to the top 4, it was like pieces of Dookie, and I was like arranging them in order of which one smells less. Like, I'm sorry, man. Brutal. Very, very brutal. But and I can't. I hated Hey Love back then. Still hate it now. I couldn't even let it play for more than 20 seconds. So that is my number 11. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real. Keeping it real. This is the podcast where people hate Andrew. No. But my number 10 is also. I saw somebody else put it down. Keep It Street. I couldn't even tell you what it sounds like anymore. I just had to like listen to the stuff and then go, okay, like what is my order? I sent this on Wednesday. I just did get it over with. It was like rip off the Band-Aid, just get it out, So I was done with this list early because I just want to get it over it. Like swallowing like a bad pill or something. Anyway. But there is a song I love on here. My number one, I actually do like a lot. So stay tuned for that.
I will say what you've said. It's fair enough. You like what you like.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to positive things you have to say about the top 4 or top 5 songs.
Yes.
So we'll get to there eventually.
We will.
Okay. Number 9 for me is We Just Hanging Out, old school saxophone. Yeah, it was a nice little vibe. It's I like I always remember when Steve and I did stuff with Jackie McGee. I think it was the Bobby album, Filler. And I've always learned that phrase, fillers. It just felt like, we need to put a song onto it. So Hanging Out at number 9. It wasn't too bad. And I actually liked the fact that he was telling his story about, back in the day and stuff like that. So it was good. Yeah. That's number 9 for me.
My number 9, it starts like this. Yo, R. Kelly, what you going to do with this mix, man? Yo, man, I'm going to keep it street. So my number 9 is very much Keep It Street. It's a nice song, nice little nodder, head nodder, mid-tempo track. My number 9.
Okay. Wow. Keep it, okay.
I'm surprised, really shocked here tonight, guys. I'm absolutely
like that a lot,
the way that beat, it's a banging track. What's going on? What's going on with you all?
Okay, Stevie, what about you?
I've actually the list I've submitted to you, VJ, changed slightly. I've only changed 3 tracks at the back end, but I think Dedicated was at number 8. I've moved it to number 9. So
wow. In the same way you put it back, I feel what's wrong with you, man? Come on, son. Oh, gee.
What happened there? Did I miss something? I fell asleep listening to Dedicated. You know what I mean? I just fell asleep. What happened?
Oh, it's such a good song.
What happened, guys? You know what I mean? Dedicated. I mean, no, jokes apart, it's a lovely track, but again, you got to be in the mood for it. You got to be in the mood for it. You know what I mean? You got to be in the mood for it. It's not something I play all the time. It is a lovely track. You play it on Valentine's Day. It's a nice Valentine's Day track.
But they did not remind you of a B version of Let's Chill. Or it just that kind of
oh yeah,
it felt like that type in that type of dedicated. Yeah.
They said that Dedicated, Slow Dance, and Honey Love are kind of like R. Kelly's take on Let's Chill. That somebody
this could be someone's number 1 tonight, and I totally get it. Again, I understand. I wouldn't argue. But it's one of those tracks that I've got to be in the mood to listen to, and when I do listen to it, I really appreciate it. So
there you go.
Jokes aside, guys.
All good.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Sorry, I'm like, yo, that was a trip. All right. No, my number 9 is definition of a hottie. Keep it like, wow, keeping it real. But anyway, definition of a hottie. I remember even hearing that title of that track like all through the years. So when I actually heard it, I was like, maybe this one will be good. But like, I mean, it's cool. But number 9 for me.
See, when you're playing it, it sounds so good, man.
That's an absolute banger. And number 9, what planet are you guys on?
Sorry.
Number 9, Keep It Street. Wow.
Oh, goodness. Do you know what? There was a time that Keep It Street, I think when I started, it was in my top 4. But then, and for how I do it is I keep playing and keep playing and keep playing. And then I'm like, okay, I'll move this and move this around and stuff like that. But Number 7 for me is dedicated to my special girl.
Are we on number
Yeah.
8?
Yeah, number 8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dedicated.
Number 8. Yeah.
It's dedicated for me.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think it's one of the songs where I understand what they did is when they realized that, okay, Honey Love, Motor Culture, Welcome. When Honey Love blew up, it was like, okay, we need to push the slow jams in. But it didn't grip me. And I listened to it and I was like, okay, I'll forget the track. So it didn't grip me, and maybe because I've heard it so many times. It's just when we did we did BBD and Stevie didn't put Poison at number 1 or something like that, because it was like, yeah, I've heard it so many times. And so for today, listening to this album, I didn't rate Dedicated as I did back in 92, 93. So at number 7, it's at number 8 is Dedicated. Yes.
Fascinating.
No, all right. I'm gonna. Can we bring out red cards back? Can we bring? For me,
The thing is, come on, guys. Back then, was you buying records about songs about your mother?
No, but remember back in those days, everyone would have,
then.
everyone would have a gospel song at the end of the album.
Yeah. So now it's like, so you've got to be in a mood. It's like a very, sentimental mood for it. You know what I mean? But I wasn't buying records, specifically.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter, man. It's all good. It's a personal taste, but
1000%.
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
My number 8 is there's a fantastic remix which on the Bump and Grind single a couple of years later of this particular song, and it has a play on the song Watching You, and my number 8, some of you will know, it is Definition of a Hottie. Lovely song. I preferred the remix with the Watching You sample, Slave. Very nice. But number 8, if you haven't heard the remix, please listen.
I need to hear it. I love that song. Watching you in the street, watching ladies go by. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
So good. So good. But Definition of a Hottie, fantastic. And any song from 9 onwards is fantastic on this album, in my opinion. I can listen to this.
Nam,
The
do you
only
want
song
to
I
share
can't listen to. Sorry, go on.
Good.
That I Hear said? I thought it was really cool what they shared, the comment.
Music is
subjective. But also know that many Black Americans, especially in that era, had a very special relationship with their mothers. I think that's a really good insight. I mean, yeah, song for mama. I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. I just thought that was interesting to know.
Yeah, and I used to, as I said, it's I mean, and it's so important when we're listening to albums that were made 30 plus years ago. Our listening habits of what we're listening to is based on today, not based on, like, if I was basing it on how I felt 30 plus years ago, it would be very different. But I'm listening to it now, and maybe some of the songs that I hadn't heard that often, they seem to resonate. Like, wow, I've never really heard this song, and I'm giving it a little bit more attention. And yes, I would tell you that 4 years ago, most of my top 4 would have been all the slow ballads, because that's how I was. But now there's songs that I hadn't heard in a long time that I'm like, oh, this sounds interesting. Yeah. All right, who's next?
Stevie, I'm loving these comments, by the way. Someone's Black Flames. Like, anyways, there's more, but I'll save that for when it's my turn.
I'm not sure if the younger generation that go out nightclubbing, if there's still nightclubs open now or in bars, I don't know if they get this opportunity anymore where the DJ plays a slow track at the end of the night. I think we're all used to that. We grew up with that. I don't know if the generation below us, our sons and daughters, even experience that anymore. So, but my number 8, and I did like this a lot back then, and I did listen. I used to sing it at the top of my voice. Slow dances at number 8. I don't know why it's at number 8. I don't know why Dedicated's at number 9, because they're fantastic. They're amazing tracks. The proper like 8, 9s out of 10 tracks. But for some reason it's number 8 in my chart, but it's a fantastic, it's a brilliant ballad,
And
brilliant, modern R&B ballad.
And the interesting thing you led with when we started this podcast, Stevie, was there's not a bad song on this album. That's what you started with. So you clearly like every single song on this album.
I was only joking about Dedicate with this. I'm just a joke. Don't take me too serious.
No, don't take me too seriously.
I go off on a tangent. I do silly things sometimes, but don't just take it with a pinch of salt.
One song I can't listen to on this album, which is my number 11. I'll just slip this in here now. Is "Hey Love, Can I Have a Word?"
Thank you.
Exactly. R. Kelly sounds fantastic on it. Vocally, he sounds great. But that song, I can't listen to it. That's the one I can't. That's the only one. That's the only one. I just wanted to say that. That's it.
But it wasn't his real song, though. I think it was made for another album, and then they just added it, maybe.
Yeah, it's a bolt-on. They just added it on. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So who's Andrew?
It's me. Yeah. And I was just gonna say certain songs like "One Sweet Day" by Boyz II Men for the same reason. Like, it's a sad song, and I don't want to be sad. So there's songs that I like, but if they're gonna make me sad, I won't listen to it. So that could be the single dedicated to. But as I was listening to the number 8 song, I thought to myself, man, I remember when Teddy Riley said that Jodeci replaced Guy, and I said, no, R. Kelly replaced Guy. And when when I heard "I Know What You Need," I was like, this is Aaron. Like, Aaron would have sounded amazing on this track. This would have been better on The Truth.
I know what you need.
Actually, was like, I could see it. It's like, I was sad, right? Like, because I mean, "Let's Stay Together," the irony, that's your last track and it's called "Let's Stay Together." Like, really? I was like, we were just really, you guys are blowing up. Like, you guys were crossing over. "Want to Get With You," "Let's Chill," "Do Me Right." I mean, that was being played in Canada. I'm telling you, Canada, like East Canada, is not a soul like place. But I remember the video, like "Do Me Right," the dance, like, what? They're playing Guy? And then you break up? Anyway, I know what you need. Like, that is so Aaron. So anyway, that is when, okay, maybe they're not Dookies anymore. Now it's like it's music, So number 8, I can get a bit more enthusiastic about the tracks.
Okay. Number 7 for me is I would say that's 7 to 3. It was hard to, just flip of a coin. And I love the production of "Definition of a Hottie." I think the drums and production on that was really, really good. I mean, I think the fact that he wrote and produced everything, but did all the production of everything, it just shows that, man, this guy had it in bags loads. It's just that he needed to find his lane. But yes, Definition of a Hottie at number 7.
All right, number 7 for me. There was I mentioned it earlier. MGM had a fantastic version of this song on their little concert that they did in 1990. My number 7 is a fantastic mid-tempo. It's "I Know What You Need."
There you
fantastic go. Song. I really like it. So This is a strong number 7.
Yeah.
Strong number 7. Okay.
There is such a thing with an album.
There's such a thing. I can't remember what we were talking about when I almost fell off my seat when you named a song, and I was like, "What?" I almost fell down.
There was one, wasn't there, a few weeks back?
Yeah. Okay. Stevie.
There was something I noticed yesterday. Before I just get into my number 7, I was at a record fair. And if any of you out there get a chance to go to any of your local record fairs where they're selling vinyl, you're going to see boxes and boxes in a room full of records, a lot of people there. It's a great chance to look for vinyl, talk to people as well. But you'll see a clash of generations buying music. You'll see our ages buying vintage vinyl, and you'll see younger generation coming through. And I'm just stood there. I had a copy of TLC, "What About Your Friends?" I found a 7-inch single of TLC, "What About Your Friends?" and I had it in my hand. And there was these 2 girls stood next to me. and one of them had a copy of Incognito, Always There on 7" in the hand. And I'm looking, I'm thinking, that's a good record. I know it's a cover, but it's a good record, that. But I said to her, that's a really good record you've got there. She goes, yeah, but I've got nothing to play it on. And I thought, you'll have to get something to play it on then. She goes, well, do I need a CD player for this to play it on? I went, no, miss, you need a record player. She's like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, dear. Well, that is the difference in generations that are coming through now. They're interested in buying physical media, but they haven't quite grasped what to play it on yet.
I love that.
Anyway,
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. That's really sweet and innocent. I like that.
Yeah. Anyway, my number 7, and I bumped this up from number 9 to number 7. It got in place of the 2 slow jams. Hanging Out. I just think it sounds really good now. I real like in America you have, what is it, cookouts, barbecues. You could play this at a barbecue cookout in the summer. Could do it here. And it sounds fantastic. It sounds really good now. It surprised me actually. Yeah. Okay. So Hanging Out's at my number 7.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think it's, and I'm sure, Motive or Culture is as young as you guys, but my mom has a big record collection, every album class, so you can think of from the 70s onwards. Yeah, I know my dad used to collect lots of Bob Marley, Fella on vinyl, and stuff like that. But okay. Andrew, what about you? What's next?
So my number 7 definitely made it on the strength of the Patrice Rushen sample. So it is indeed, Born in the 90s is my number 7. And I just thought, I did. It just was different. It was a slower tempo and it had a sample that I love. So that's all I got to say about that, man. Born in the 90s. He's rapping and it's just something I could grab onto. So.
Okay, so number 6. This would have actually been much higher, but then it's just that I've heard it so many times and it didn't strike the chord of other songs on there. But I remember, and I've said it many times, that I moved to this America in '92, and I was living in Alabama. So this is the South, and we're jamming to 95 South, Tootsie Roll, Daisy Dukes, this, and then all the slow jams, and when he came out with Slow Dance, it was pretty much that sense. Okay, end of the club's about to close, man. You got to look around and see who you were dancing with, which one you think could close the deal. And so I'm listening to this and I'm like, I'm flashing back to those college days and stuff like that. So I think back in the day, I loved the track. I think listening to it now with other songs on the album, I put it at number 6, which is a good space, but it was one of those songs that pretty much captured the mood of this young kid being a university student out in the South, deep South, and this song comes in and you're like, man, you got to calculate. Okay, who do I? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the slow dance, last song of the night and stuff, and it was nice flashback memories. But Slow Dance at number 6.
Nice,
very nice. So my number 6 has 3 samples in it. It samples James Brown's Funky Drummer from 1970, also samples James Brown, Funky President, People It's Bad. And as Andrew just mentioned, it also samples Patrice Rushen's Remind Me from 1982. I love the chorus on this. It just feels very 90s. I was like, yeah, I'm a 90s guy. Like that, this song made me feel, yeah, I'm a 90s guy. Born into the 90s I connected with this in a very different way when it came out. So Born into the 90s is my number 6. Fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic song.
Wow.
Okay. Daryl, I was in Selma, Alabama. Selma, Alabama. So if you ever heard about the march from Selma to Montgomery, I was in that town. And it was it was the deep South.
Historic.
Go ahead, Steve.
I've got this slightly higher than a couple of you guys. Number 6, I Know What You Need.
Nice.
It could be higher for me. It's a killer track, isn't it? It's a real killer track. This kind of it's got like a UK street soul vibe to it as well. I think like a mid-tempo. But I hear your point about Aaron singing on it. I just thought it was a class track. It didn't make my top 5 though, surprisingly.
Wow, I can't imagine what's on there. Okay. Andrew, what about you?
So I think I'm actually on Stevie's tip here because this song was getting a lot of hate earlier, but then Stevie like came out and defended it, and I'm gonna put it at number 6 too. And the song had a disadvantage because after the 3 ballads, then it just shows up and it's just hanging out at the end of the album, and like it's easy to dismiss it. But I was like, you know what? I don't hate this one. So of all, it is actually it's ranked pretty highly for me at number 6. So hanging out, man. I actually like, that one I didn't want to immediately turn it off. So
I didn't want to immediately turn it off. Okay.
No, probably. I think it's one of the stronger tracks on there. So
okay. Wait, number 5. I think that from number 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, and 3. Yeah, 5, 4, and 3. I could have switched them in any places, and but Keep It Street was it's number 5 for me, and I did love the drums, love the production. It was actually higher when I started listening to the album. I'm like, oh man, that's just top, and I kind of shifted it around. But yes, in fact, I probably should have put it at number 4 instead of number 5. But I just think that number 4 was a little bit more familiar. But Keep It Street was I really loved the track, and I was really impressed by it. So yeah, Keep It Street, number 5, sorry.
My number 5, there are a few mixes of this. This was a single. There's after the party's over singing mix, after the party's talking mix, and then there's the LP version. I don't know which one is my favorite. It was sampled in Mac and Mob, Bida Weeda. Not particularly my thing, but R. Kelly's version, LP version, slow dance, yes please, all day long. And this is Keith's number 3. So apologies, Keith. I didn't put it as high as you, but very good song nonetheless. Number 5 for me, Slow Dance. Fantastic song. What a ballad. What an incredible ballad, man. Slow Dance is crazy good. So good.
Okay. Stevie.
Wow, Slow Dance at number 5. Wow. For me, it's hard to argue with Patrice Rushen. You remind me.
Nice.
That record just, and it has been sampled a lot, and it's, you can't fail with it. It's just a record you cannot fail. It's got quite surprised me. This, I could have put this at the back end of my chart, but I thought no. Born into the 90s. What a track! The rapping, the vibe, the feel, and obviously it's all based on Patrice Rushen, but it's just a sweet track. And it had to make my top 5. So that's as far as I could take that track, though. It's heavily based, but I just feel great. It just makes you feel great when you listen to that. But great hook as well. Brilliant hook.
Okay. And I didn't like the sample.
What?
I think I've heard it too many times, and
Never failed. It's undefeated. Undefeated. That.
Did Ice Cube do it?
It was a good day. No,
I remember was Junior Mafia had a song with Aaliyah saying the hook.
Yeah, that used it.
Yeah.
Faith Evans did it on a debut album. She sang over it.
Okay. Andrew, what's for you?
Yeah. Number 5 is for me And I don't remember what it sounds like right now, but I trust my memory and I'll play it later, is She's Loving Me. I must have liked it because I ranked it pretty highly. So that's my number 5. But
She's
again,
Loving Me.
yeah, I must have liked it. So I got to play it for myself. But I trust it, you know, because
great track. Absolutely
there you
great
go.
track.
Good.
And you guys were talking about Patrice Rushen a little while ago. She's credited as, that means there's probably a lot more. Patrice Rushen's Remind Me has been sampled 143 times.
Yeah, it's so good.
And I'll just name a few just that it's been included in. So I Need You Tonight, Junior Mafia,
that's the one.
featuring Aaliyah. Mary J. Blige, You Remind Me. Faith Evans, Falling in Love. Common featuring Shantae Savage, Reminding Me. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Fly Girl. What else? Born into the 90s, R. Kelly. Talking to Me, Amory. Skilo, Top of the Stairs.
Wow.
That's a few. I think there's a lot there. It's a heavily sampled song. So it's a mega song. Patrice Rushen's Remind Me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Okay. We're going down to number 4.
And now I'm enthusiastic.
We're excited to hear it, man. Yeah. We're excited.
Is it okay? Okay, I thought it was. Number 4 for me. Oh goodness, I don't know why it's at number 4. Maybe because it was the more popular one. She's got that vibe. No, I think I heard it and I thought at first like, oh, Guy have come back with a new single, and even when he did a rapping of "You Can Be My Teddy Bear" and stuff, I'm thinking, what is those this and I mean it grew on me, but then I kind of forgot it. I would say that it was rated probably it was rated towards the bottom of the list. But I kept listening to it and I thought actually it did have an impact in the 90s. So she's got that vibe at number 4. Yes, I don't want to say too much about there's an uncomfortable moment in the album on the track towards the end, but yes, she's got the vibe at number 4.
So my number 4 tells me that Namdi's spy cams in my house are still working, because my number 4 is also She's Got That Vibe.
Wow.
It sampled Bobby Brown's My Prerogative, believe it or not. There's a Up All Night, No Sleep Till Bedtime mix, Sad Excuse, which is a brilliant mix. And there were some good mixes of this song. So, and obviously She's Got That Vibe always got the crowd going. At any party that we did back in the day. Yes, so She's Got That Vibe. Number 4, surprisingly.
She's got that vibe.
What? Number 4?
Sorry, guys.
Wow. I'm stunned. I know you got to remember how you felt when you first heard that record.
My number 1 made me feel a little bit more, but you'll see.
Really?
Yeah, you'll see. I like She's Got That Vibe when it came out. I loved it. But my number 1 made me feel a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, Stevie, what about you?
I'm rubbing my hands for April, because there's 3 very hard to get R&B albums from the 90s that have been reissued. 2 on Record Store Day, and then 1 separately. But The Cut Close, one and only album, is coming out again on vinyl in America. For first time in America, it's coming out on vinyl. On Record Store Day in America only, Jade to the Max. Again, first time in America it's coming out. And in this country, and I think in America as well, we've got En Vogue's EV3 from 96, which has never been on vinyl. Double vinyl with 2 Japanese bonus tracks on it. So something to get your hands on in April, these 3 albums. Anyway, my number 4 is 1990 and Stevie's on the scene. I took some time, but I'm back with the swing. Man City beat Liverpool today. 2-1. We're gonna charge the Premier League title against the Gooners because I'm gonna keep it straight at number 4. Keeping it straight, absolute banger. It's 1990 and Stevie's on the scene. Come on, that's got that track all over dedicated. Come on, guys. The way he opens with that line. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis?
Andrew, was that the song you played a little bit off earlier? You played Keep It Straight earlier, right? Was it Definition of a Hottie? You playing Definition? I think you played Definition of a Hottie earlier.
No, Nandy was playing it, but I had Keep It Street at number 10. But I mean, that enthusiasm makes me want to revisit. Yeah.
You got
the
it.
sample be good.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
DJ Oldies collapsed with Stevie's R. Kelly invitation. Okay, Knight, what about you?
It's all right. So I remember when the video for this song came out, it was a different version than the one on the album, and I prefer the video version. I also remember the video, if I'm remembering correctly, they would wear these little like flashlights on there. Like it was like the flashlights was She's Got That Vibe, but this video they had like smaller lights. And apparently I think the lights were for like if they're gonna go downtown, like on their lovers or whatever. It's like so I can see what you're doing. Anyway, but the song and the first song I can't deny. And again, if it was the remix version, it'd be higher. But it is absolutely Honey Love. And I think that Honey Love was the song that made R. Kelly like stick. Like it was like She's Got That Vibe was cool, but that was the second single. And I think that song was even bigger than She's Got That Vibe, at least in the US, at least where I was living in California. And it was like, okay, R. Kelly is a heavyweight. Like he is not going to be a flash in the pan. And this song is like everywhere. So much so that again, KMEL had a parody that was singing like Aaron Hall versus Give Me That Honey Love. So that's at number 4. It's undeniable. It's an early classic. So I can actually, baby, come inside, like turn down the lights. Like that was like, yeah, it's legit. It's a legit song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think number 3. So we're getting towards the it's really hard here. This was his number 3 for me was his Uptown Records song. This could have easily been on an Uptown Record song album, and I thought this was he did something really different. And I don't know if there's any song on the album that you guys could guess what I'm saying could be an Uptown production if it wasn't done by R. Kelly. Which one can you guys guess which one it could be?
Track 1.
Okay.
For the first one. Okay.
Yeah. She's loving me.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I remember that first one.
Am I right?
Yeah.
There it is.
I was like, oh, it was She's Loving Me. I loved it. I thought, wow, this is, this was. I mean, if you start the album like that, he was almost like saying, yeah, I'm. I know I know it's rocking. I know I'm from the Midwest, but I need to tap into that East Coast, East Coast vibe and stuff like that. And I just love the whole. And I was thinking, is that Public Announcement singing in the background, or because you could tell that R. Kelly's even talking to himself. Yo, R. Kelly, what do you think about this? And he's answering himself. I'm like, dude,
yeah, he is.
The group. It's like. So I thought, okay, I could tell there's some background singers. I thought maybe he's allowed. I didn't realize until Keith came in and said it. I thought, okay, he's allowed Public Announcement to sing a few lines on the song. But yeah, I loved She's Loving Me, and I thought it was really, really, really good production. And so that's the number 3 for me.
Very good choice. And yours, Andrew? Very good choice for your number 4. I'm very happy with that. There was my number 3. There are 4 mixes of this. There's the Midnight Mix, the Sensuous Mix, Nobody's Home Mix, and the LP Mix. All fantastic. I have a 7-inch pressing. It's a company pressing. but it's handwritten, and it says Guy Honey Love.
Huh?
So I bought it thinking, am I missing something? Is like before I knew what it was, what the record was, I thought I was buying Guy Honey Love, but it was R. Kelly Honey Love 7-inch, and it's an actual record company pressing. So it's a very interesting item. And as you now know, my number 3 is very much Honey Love. Fantastic song, brilliant single. The remix was just killer. Nobody's Home mix is just so good. It just elevates the song even higher. And for me, that was the introduction. And now I'm saying this should really have been my number 1. This really elevated R. Kelly to I am here now, guys, and I'm going to be here for a very long time. So Honey Love, number 3, fantastic song, really brilliant single. And yeah, cool. Oh, and Keith put that at, because Keith put that at number 2.
All right, Stevie.
I think what was great about that record as well, them stack vocals on the chorus. You know what I mean? I liked R&B records where they stack the vocals up, and you're just getting booming out at you. But everything you said there, VJ, I've got nothing more to add. But it's at my number 3 as well. You know what I mean? It's just it's a 3, 2, or 1 track. It goes in any of them places there quite easily. It's that strong. You know, unbelievable single. And like you say, it was the strongest out of the 3 ballads, I thought. So well deservedly in my top 3. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay, Andrew.
So, hey, Mr. DJ, why don't you slow this party down? Slow dance was a great way to be like, okay, I just like murdered Honey Love. I ruled the radio waves, and now I got another one. It's a little mellower, and like I don't think it was as big of a hit, but me personally, it's just like undeniable. So Slow Dance is indeed my number 3. Again, had it been the video version of Honey Love, we would have flipped it. But I actually do like Slow Dance. I think you're the only one I wanna slow dance with. Like it's a classic, you know? So yeah, man. You can see it in my face now. It's
Absolutely.
taking me back. It's taking me back like the 90s, man. Like, and that'd be a fun song and slow dance with somebody. And it's such a travesty that I do think we're the last generation to actually slow dance. One last thing I'll say. So when we were at the concert, we actually left our seats and got to like one of the higher areas, which is why my video seems far away. But we were like, let's just slow dance to these songs. So me and Sloaney just were slow dancing, just because of like how often do you get a chance to do this? So yeah, man, took us back to high school.
Wow,
there it is.
I've told you I was almost going back to Selma, Alabama. The clubs that had one entrance. God, how we survived those days. God knows. But it just felt, it's very, and it was very calculated, man. Okay, this honey danced really well, but yeah, which one do you take the gamble with? And then the record captured the mood of what will happen in those days and stuff like that. But anyway,
sorry, one thing, Andrew. Sorry, I got it wrong. I said Keith said put Slow Dance at number 3. But for him, Slow Dance was number 1. So I just thought we found that interesting.
Nice.
So that's interesting, isn't it? It's
nice.
Great song.
Yeah. Okay. Oh goodness. Number 2 for me here is it's hard. This was hard. I could have easily had this at number 1. I know you guys didn't rate it as much. But I think what made it for me and the 90s, what I always appreciated in the 90s was the backing vocalists. Because Uptown made sure their backing vocalists were part of the track, whether it was Dave Hollister, whether it was Monica Payne, or the backing vocals and the song, it was almost like a call out. And I Know What You Need is just the one track that was just like, man, It's a far from what R. Kelly does that we've known him for, but this was just like proper New Jack, but good production and good singing, and yeah, I know what you need. I loved how it starts slowly and then goes straight into it, and then and the backing vocals as well. At number 2, really high up for me.
Very
Solid.
nice. And Keith's written something interesting there. He said the clubs played 3 slow songs at the end of the night. Why was that with DJs? Why did they play 3 songs and not 4 or 2? What was it about 3 songs? It was 3 songs, right? They
Yeah,
just
magic number, man.
It's all the. I mean, from my college days and clubbing days, it was pretty much okay. We've got. They were very strict about what time they close, and
yeah,
you
of course.
know that okay, after the third, it's time to go. So it wasn't like I'm going to play my favorite songs. It was pretty much okay. It closes at 1. We've got this. You need to calculate and who you're going to slow down. If this one doesn't work, you've got the next one, and here's the last one. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Go
My
ahead. Yeah.
My number 2 was not supposed to be on this album. As I mentioned earlier, it wasn't going to be on the original album. There's a comment on Discogs which tells us a little bit about it. So on the original demo tape of this, the promo cassette of this that was dropped to record labels, the version of track A8 For You was called For You, which ended up being on 12 Play, different version of it, seems to be unreleased and exclusive to this advanced release. A different mix was released on his follow-up album 12 Play. That got replaced with this song, and this song I love this song. It's dedicated. I cannot tell you how good this song is. For me, it just makes me feel so good. Like it's the vocals, the arrangements, the way the whole song flows. It just it has me feeling a lot. So, and it's a song about mothers, which is, I don't think I knew that at the time. I didn't know what the song was about. I just thought it sounded great. I don't think I was listening to the lyrics too much, but yeah, dedicated. Number 2, brilliant song.
That's what's up.
And I'm glad it was a single. And I've got a promo CD. There's with a short intro and a long intro, and yeah, it's only like 10 seconds difference in it, but it's a nice little CD single to have. Dedicated, number 2 for me.
I hear I was saying I'm a little younger than you guys. I was born in 89, so I'm just reflecting back here. But yes, but even the clubs, and I don't even know if people even go to clubs anymore. And if this trend still happens, this slow jams, fast music and slow jams and stuff. But those were definitely the days. Okay, CV.
I want to make a big change here. I want to push my number 1 back to number 2.
Wow.
Because my memories of number 1 are just too strong. Tough because this album opener is an absolute killer. It's another banging track. She's Loving Me. Like I said, I didn't know number 1 it was that strong. But I've just got too many memories of the other track, which I'll get into in a bit. But I'm going to go with She's Loving Me.
Nice.
At 2. Why was this not a single? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This could have easily been a single. Strong enough. He goes right at in the vocals, doesn't he? The way he sings that record. She's loving me. It's a killer. What an opener. What an absolute killer album opener that is. So number 2. Big change. It's a number 2 for me. Number 2.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
As I said, it was my Uptown track. I mean, I definitely loved the, loved the production, the beat, and everything. Okay.
So the comment, Deo, like just the way he's singing it. My number 2 is a song that I hated back in the day. I did not like it. The way it reminded me of Nambi, how you said you were a little mad at Johnny Gill at first when he was like up front, for you're not kind of that kind of girl. Like, who is this imposter, right?
Yeah.
And again, when I would hear this song, I'm like, who are these imposters sounding like guy? But now I can't even front, dude. I can't front. The song is good. And I like it more, much more now than I did back then. As a matter of fact, I know if I heard it like just at a club or a dance or whatever, I would dance, and I would dance with enthusiasm, and I would just try to ignore a certain lyric towards the end. You guys know what I'm talking about, and just focus on the fact that the song is hype as hell, and it aged very well, actually. I think it doesn't sound. It you know how some songs sorry, I got excited. Songs can sound dated, and then it's almost like, man, we're just like digging into the crates here. But this song sounds like fresh. Yes, it's like from that era, but it's just there's something about it, man. So absolutely at number 2, she's got that vibe. It's undeniable. It was such a way to like announce yourself and say, I'm here, you know, forget what you heard. I'm here. The last thing I'll say, I'm sorry, one more thing. Last thing I'll say, I remember the first time I think I'd heard of R. Kelly, maybe I was late, was he had done the remix to Just Another Girlfriend. It was High Five's final single off of the first album. And I remember not liking it. I remember thinking, why would this is the remix? Like, I like the album version better. But so I didn't like this R. Kelly person. Why is his name R. Kelly? So effing weird. But then Vibe came out and I'm like, okay, I sort of get it now, but you're still a biter. Now she's got that vibe is the ish. It is. It just is. So
Okay.
But that's nice. That's nice that you felt that it was not, and then as time's gone on, you connect with it.
yeah.
Time really tells us what songs really stand out and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, Stevie, the last podcast we had, I can't remember. I think you were talking about the Full Force Family track, House Party, and you said that sounded dated compared to Ain't My Type of Hype, and that's interesting, isn't it? It's like what sounded dated then, and real songs stand the test of time, and she's got that vibe. Is absolutely it, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So before I get to number 1, I'm going to go from number 11 down to number 1. Hey Love, it probably was just stuck in there as a bonus track, so it's at number 11. Number 10 was Born into the 90s. Number 9 was Hanging Out. Number 8 was Dedicated. 7 is Definition of a Hottie. Number 6 was Slow Dance. Number 5 is Keep It Street. Number 4 is She's Got That Vibe. Number 3 is She's Loving Me. I wish number 2 was number 1. I Know What You Need. And the number 1 is There's Something in Your Eyes, Baby.
Nice.
It's telling me you want me. Tonight is your. I mean, goodness, I'm listening to Honey Love, and I'm like, oh, goodness, this was where R. Kelly, I think they learned, okay, this is your lane, dude. This is your lane, and he just stayed in there. And I think in the 2000s, he went a little bit like Ignition and stuff like that. He did Fiesta, but this was the beginning of like, oh man, so this is what they want. And they probably saw Jodeci doing Forever My Lady and stuff and staying like, okay, yeah, we need to stay in this lane. And Honey Love, definitely one of the songs that if I think of this album, that's the only song that really stands out to me is Honey Love. And so that is definitely at number 1 for me, Honey Love.
Great choice, brother. Great choice, man. And I love it. And I love that it means so much to you, man. And everything you said makes so much sense. That was his lane. That was the boy's lane. Definitely.
That was definitely right. Yes. And Last Exit to Brooklyn. I've just arrived. What have I missed? Okay, Veej.
So my number 11, which I mentioned earlier, Hey Love, Can I Have a Word? Cover of Stevie Wonder's Hey Love. I think it was an extra track just added on, as we've mentioned a lot. There is one remix of that which I do actually like, which is the Funky Drummer remix, and I thought that was pretty good. I think R. Kelly's voice does sound good on that. Number 10, Hanging Out. Number 7, Keep It Street. Number 8, Definition of a Hottie. Number 7, I Know What You Need. Number 6, Born into the 90s. Number 5, Slow Dance. Number 4, She's Got That Vibe. It's mad, in it. Number 4, it's mad, in it. It's mad. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Number 3, Honey Love. Number 2, Dedicated. What a tune. Number 1, this song should have been a single. Like, whoever was at Jive, Barry Hankerson, or whoever was in charge of singles, you missed a trick here. There's an incredible G-Funk remix of this by Steve Gervier, and She's Loving Me, for me, is superior to Vibe. That's just my personal opinion. I love Vibe. Even though it's at number 4, I still listen to it. And She's Loving Me makes me feel very, it's such a good song. And it reminds me when I first heard this album, because it was the intro to the album. You're listening to that track. We knew Vibe, and that was a single before then. But when I heard She's Loving Me, it was over. I thought, this guy, it was just magical. So She's Loving Me very much, very firmly, very confidently is my number 1 all day long, every day. Yeah, fantastic. That's my lot. It's a big record.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, it was between She's Loving Me and I Know What You Need were both, to me, like, I could have those tracks, but then Honey Love is just a test of time for me. Okay, Stevie, what about you?
What a wonderful album. Wonderful from start to finish. 11, Hey Love. Number 10, Definition of a Hottie. Number 9, Dedicated. Number 8, Slow Dance. Number 7, Hanging Out. Number 6, I Know What You Need. Number 5, Born into the 90s. Number 4, Keep It Street. Number 3, Honey Love. Number 2, She's Loving Me. And number 1, listen, if you was, there's some comments here about fake NJS. Listen, if you was at a New Jack Swing back then, when you first heard this record, you lost your mind. You lost your head when you first heard this record. I don't care what anyone says. You were at a New Jack Swing and this came out. I was like, I was running to the record shop to get this record. The guy in the shop, right, in the import shop in Expansion Records, he's come in, he's sealed, the import seal, and the guy behind, he's not heard it. And I'm like, have you got that R. Kelly for it? He goes, yeah, I've got it here, Steve. Don't worry, I've got it here. He says to me, do you mind if I just open it and play? Because I've not even heard it yet. The shop was packed. The shop that morning was busy. He puts She's Got That Vibe on the turntable, plays it. And everyone's like, have you got another copy of that? Have you got everybody in that shop wanted that record? And he looked at me and he went, it's his. That record is his. That's I lost my head when that record came out. Do you remember you've got it? Again, studying Expansion Records on a Saturday morning. The rep from Jive Record comes in one morning, right? He was putting Jive Records into all these record shops. And I get talking to him about R. Kelly, because this record had just come out. And I says to him, have you got any more like New Jack Swing coming out on this late? What's going on? He goes, I've got this. He pulls out this cassette tape out of his pocket. He goes, play him this. And he plays Mike Davis, Ain't No Stopping Us Now. And I remember Chris in Expansion going, oh, it's this swing. I don't like that. But he went, it doesn't matter because he likes it, Steve. He likes this record. And he said as well, he told me that at the time, he was working with High Five. This was before any of the High Five stuff with R. Kelly came out. He goes, yeah, he's in the studio now with High Five. And I was just getting so excited. But She's Got That Vibe. Yeah, I've heard it. We've all heard it a million times. There's times when I don't want to hear this record ever again. Like Johnny Kemp Just Got Paid. Bell Biv DeVoe, Poison. I don't want to hear it again. But it's such a classic and it's part of our history. So, and I've got to remember how I felt when I first heard that record. It's just humongous. It's bigger. It's just bigger than anything, that record.
Yeah.
Today's generation, what records do they have that is as big as that? What do they? Somebody tell me. As humongous as that, where you're fighting to get to the record shop to get it. not Spotify nonsense, streaming it, like putting on loop, going out and buying it. What do they have? Anyway, that's my number one. Thank you very much for listening.
Nice choice, Stevie.
Okay, Andrew, what about you?
All right, y'all. My number 11, I guess, is Hey Love. Now, my number 10 is Keep It Street. My number 9, Definition of Mahadi. Number 8, I Know What You Need. Number 7, Born in the 90s. Number 6, Hanging Out. Number 5, She's Loving Me. Obviously think highly of that track. Number 4, Honey Love. Number 3, Slow Dance. Number 2, She's Got That Vibe. And let me tell you, it's so funny. This song, there is a Can You Stand the Rain reference in that. I think there's two kind of genealogies I'll go with really quick, right? So really quick, sorry, thank you for listening. If you were here tonight, Sunshine, Can You Stand the Rain, Come Back to Me, and Do What I Gotta Do. I feel like all those songs, there's a lineage. It's just like, you know, and If You Were Here Tonight was like the grandfather of Can You Stand the Rain, right? But then there was a branch off, okay? And the branch starts with Can You Stand the Rain? And after Can You Stand the Rain, Teddy Riley straight up said, I was trying to do my best Jam and Lewis, and he did Let's Chill. And then after Let's Chill, dedicated this one to my favorite girl. And I love that song. I love it then. I love it now. And that song birthed another one. And it's Unconditional Love by High Five. Baby, once is not enough. Unconditional. It's about time and sacrifice and pay the price. It's do or die. New additional love. Like I actually anyway, but no, dedicated, yo. And I love the video where the video ends with him and his mom. I'm like, man, this song, and that's where I also knew R. Kelly was ish, because like that song sounds nothing like We Sound Like Guy or Slow Dance or Honey Love. He just came at from another angle. And yes, it's so Let's Chill, but it's so I see songs in colors sometimes, and I see the color gold. I see bright, sunny oranges, warm colors with that song. And yeah, man, I thank you guys for letting me just get excited about it, because I legitimately not only like this song, I love this song, and I think it's underrated. So that's my number one.
Wow, fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a good album, and it's strange that this was a one-off. He was able to get rid of MGM or public announcement and almost shed away the album, so the New Jack Swing at the same time, and just become a solo artist, and then go down at the lane he went on to and stuff like that. What would you? I know. Okay, Speed, you've got the master list before we rate the album.
Okay.
Think of this. Think of this. Say this album had been called Aaron Hall. Think about what I said earlier about what Chris said in Expansion. This is the best album Guy never made. If this was entitled Aaron Hall featuring Guy, give me a rating.
Wow.
Think of it that way. This was.
I'm
Aaron
biased
Hall
clearly because it went up in my head. Yeah.
Think of it that way.
If it was Aaron singing, because Aaron we knew Aaron at the time. We knew R. Kelly was an unknown variable at the time. So yeah, that would have raised the ante a little bit at that time. And another thing, I know a lot of people say that R. Kelly copied Aaron Hall. I'm not disputing that. But R. Kelly was a little bit like Madonna, and he kept evolving. He kept changing his style. And R. Kelly didn't stick to that sound. He changed his sound, and he changed his sound again, and then again, and then again. R. Kelly's a different planet. So I think overall, I think you can't compare the two as artists. It's unfair. But at that particular moment in time, Aaron Hall was everything. So if I base it off what you just said there, Stevie, I'd have to give it a 9.8 or something like that, man. It would be ridiculous. It would be something like that. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's an easy 10 for me all day. There's not a bad. I can't. Is there any bad track on the? Probably definition of a hottie sounding a bit ropey now.
Hey Love is not the one. Hey Love is not the one.
Hey Love's a bit cheesy, but it's a bonus track at the end, so we can forget about that. But as 10, the other 10 tracks, I don't skip any tracks from it. I don't skip any. And it's got some killer singles. The cover's great. I love the cover. It's easy 10 for me. It's just a classic of its time. You know? Would it make your top 10 New Jack albums? That's what you got to do.
And look what Keith said there sums up everything going on right now. Like, Andrew is scared about rating this. He feels he's going to be oh man, exiled to Timbuktu.
Wow.
Yeah, I abstain.
You stayed. I would probably give it an 8 because to get a 9.
8 strong. It's still a strong rating, that number.
Yeah, I mean for his album, if it had more ballads, more Honey Love type ballads, probably so.
You got three. Them 3 ballads were very strong. They're not. Yeah. They're all very strong ballads.
Robert asked a really good question. I like it. I already know my answer. He goes, if you had a choice and only had money for one, which album would you buy? This one or Guy's Future?
Oh, the Future without even.
We're on the same page.
Yeah.
My actual rating for this is like it would be different if it was what Stevie presented earlier, but my actual rating for this is probably an 8 to 8.5, something like that. But it's different if you asked if Aaron sang every song or R. Kelly sang every song, which one would you go for? And I think Aaron's delivery of songs was much better, and R. Kelly was trying to sing them in a style of Aaron, so he wasn't being natural. But I loved the R. Kelly album. The R album, because he was in his own lane, so he felt half on you, baby, and
that's my favorite R. Kelly album, the R album.
I mean, they would just it because he was now when a woman's fed up,
even Home Alone. I mean, what a great opening track.
So and what we're saying is that when he was in his own lane, he was more believable. This was almost like, I wouldn't say karaoke, but it was like trying to be. It was good productions and everything, but if Aaron had sang it, it would have just been on a different planet. Now I don't think
there's only one album we can do after this that I've just realised, because we're talking about this compared to Guy, running competition with Guy, and there was only like one other group that came close to Guy, and that's Basic Black. We've got to do that Basic Black album because that's such a strong album. With a great lead vocalist. There's great songs on that. I know it's, we're always comparing the Basic Black with Guy as well as with R. Kelly with. Got to do that album. I'm amazed we've not done it yet.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry about that.
Go ahead, VJ.
Before I get into my list, just say a couple of quick things. A couple of names that should be mentioned for this particular project. Mixing by Pete Mockran and Chris Trevor. Peter Mockran, my God, this guy as a mixer engineer, what a talent. And R. Kelly would not be R. Kelly without Peter Mockran's, just his ears. I mean, he added a different level. I'm just going to say that. Background vocals by MGM, Nicole Wilson, Georgette Franklin, Dajé. Check out R. Kelly's and MGM, Why You Want to Play Me from 1990. Shout outs to Brandon and Paul. I also wanted to mention that I did a concert with Mario Winans a few years back, and I asked him, I said, you've worked with Puffy, Dallas Austin, and R. Kelly. Who was the most talented musician that you worked with? And Mario Winans said they all brought different things to the table. They were all very different talents. But he said, if you're talking about musicianship, R. Kelly was in a different lane altogether. That was Mario Winans' take. I just wanted to share that. And we didn't get a chance to mention it earlier, but I was at the 1992 concert. I think it was at Hammersmith Odeon, which is now the Apollo. It was R. Kelly and public announcement, Born Into the 90s tour. And R. Kelly came out and he sang Guy, Piece of My Love. So clearly there is a lot of influence in R. Kelly's head from Guy. The record company printing Guy, Honey Love, what is that? We're making so many comparisons with R. Kelly and Guy and Aaron Hall. There's a reason for that. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And I'll end my part of this with the combined list. So everybody submitted, not everybody, but lots of people submitted lists in the last couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, and we've got a combined list. So the combined list, which has no bias, it's everybody's list overall. Number 11, not shocking really, is Hey Love. Number 10, Hanging Out. Number 9, Keep It Street. Number 8, I Know What You Need. Number 7, Definition of a Hottie. Number 6, Born Into the 90s. Number 5, Slow Dance. Number 4, Dedicated. Number 3, Honey Love. Number 2, and when I say my number 2, the last list that came in switched the position of number 2 and number 1. That's how close these songs were. That's how close these were. Because the last list, they really didn't rate this song. So that dropped it down, and number 1 went up because of the rating. Number 2 was She's Loving Me by the smallest of margins. And that means Stevie is the winner this week with She's Got That Vibe.
Yeah. No surprise there, then. No surprise there.
No surprise. That was
another podcast win for me.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, definitely we appreciate you guys for hanging in there, especially being Super Bowl Sunday. I would say that
Premier League on.
I normally would be really glued in today, but I don't care for either team, so that's probably why. And neither do I care for the halftime performance. But
you should have let R. Kelly out to do the halftime special. I might have stayed up for it then.
Yeah, they'll definitely be interested. But anyway, guys, we appreciate you guys sticking with us and celebrating the music as we've always done. It is about the music, and also this is definitely a great time in history. 92. We had the Bobby album come out. We had so much. We had the Deeper album. We had stuff that hit, some that didn't miss, and then Man United up to 4. But anyway, we thank you guys, and we'll be back soon. As it is, keep celebrating the music.
Keep it straight. Keep it straight, y'all.
Yeah. But
the last exit to Brooklyn, like with his comments about who's 4th and who's 14th. Let's leave it at that, mate.
But we want to thank Keith.
Okay, exactly. No, you were gonna say it. And thank you, Keith, for joining. We're on the same page, Namdi. Thanks for joining as well, and sharing some of that inside knowledge that I don't think some of us didn't know, and hopefully we can figure something out with the remaining members of the announcements. Yeah,
definitely. So we'll see you guys, and we'll definitely catch you at a later date. Take care, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of
and somewhere in between
us for even loving us, on which I did miss you really.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple pieces.
I didn't get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me.
No. Okay,
They don't understand what those boys win in all spirits.